Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. This is Coach CJ with Dell and Dell International, and I'm here with my business partner, Marcus Dunlop. Good morning, Marcus. How are you? How are you?
Doing amazing and fantastic already.
Great. That's right. That's right. So we're so eager to hop right into our conversation that we started on this past Wednesday. Today, as you view this, it'll be Friday. And we started with a conversation this past Wednesday. And Marcus, you were sharing with us, and just as by way of a recap to catch folks up, just in case they missed the previous one, how there was a time that you received a call from a person who was literally suicidal. And you spoke with them for a little bit on the line and got them to one of the seminars, and their life was changed forever. Needless to say, they were no longer suicidal after that encounter with some phenomenal coaching and training and experiences within that seminar setting. And in our conversation, what we mentioned last time was that a person may not be suicidal or have those type of issues, and then again they may, we just do not know. But we certainly focused and began to drill down on how folks, all of us, we can get stuck at various stages and at various steps along this journey of attempting to fulfill our goals, our dreams, or what have you. And so you were just sharing some extremely good information. And then we started talking about vision boards, vision boards, and how vision boards, for some people, they're chronic vision boarders. Chronic. They have a vision board for every day of the week. And I'm being a little facetious, but once a year there's a brand new vision board. However, on the side of those items and those experiences that are on that vision board actually coming into fruition, they've fallen short. They've fallen short. So I'm going to pass this on to you for you to pick up where we left off in helping that individual who's watching us right now, saying, man, that's me. That is me. I have vision board for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but how do I attain the things that I'm visioning?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a very powerful point. I've known people quite often down through the years where those types of boards have accumulated and stacking up. And so we get stuck. People get stuck. I get stuck. People get stuck. And it's just simply a matter of some techniques, some concepts, some strategies, some reprogramming, and just a few things that we can get done internally and externally. So that's what we're able to help folks with. So that's what Dell and Dell is all about. If you would like to have a chance to have a private session, we're offering a free session. The number is on the screen. You can give us a call and we can have a one-on-one time just to kind of go over some things that kind of help unclog that funnel. Sometimes a cork, mentally and metaphorically speaking, can just get clogged into that flow. And now the flow is stopped. We get stuck. And yeah, I got a call. I've got some calls down through the years when I was receiving calls and intaking calls, and some people were having some super time challenges, getting stuck big time in life and with marriages and with business and with finances and children and family and all these different issues. And just because of over these last 30 plus years, some things have been taught, I'm able to share and download and want to bring that type of value to those of you that are listening to this call. So we're able to do some things to help you be able to get to a point where now your flow is going. Things are moving. Things are happening the way you want them to happen. If you want to give us a call, we can have a private session. If you want to come see us live, well, you can do that September the 9th there in the Los Angeles area. So what I've done a lot of times, Coach, is simply I take through a process and ask some simple questions. When it comes to vision boards, I've had many vision board parties. But let me tell you something. The power of that vision board can manifest things that's way beyond what you might have imagined. So I teach and coach how to do a vision board. What's the most effective way of doing that so that you can manifest things instead of having poster boards all over the place? with clippings from all over the world and the internet and Pinterest. You can just flat out now be able to manifest with some very simple concepts and strategies. We can share those with you. Vision boards are powerful. I believe in them. I didn't used to, but when I first did one, I was in Santa Rosa, California, in Roanoke Park, California. I think those places have burned down now, kind of like what's happened recently in Maui. But I lived there and I heard about a vision board. So I did it. I didn't think nothing about it. I put it away. And then I was quite devastated, even emotionally, coach, to the point of tears, just flooded with tears. And the people in the office where I was working said, "What happened? What is wrong?" Well, I didn't believe this was going to work. I just did it because I wanted to get a job here and doing coaching and seminars. I just wanted to do my job. I didn't think it was going to work. I grew up in an area of inner city Indianapolis, and it just seemed like a bunch of fa-fa hearing about vision boards, coach. So I just did my stuff. I put the pictures on there. I'm moving on to the next task. And then I looked up, and all of a sudden I was blown out of the water because I looked up and saw some exact manifestations that I just would have never imagined would happen. I mean, I was walking through Sedona, Arizona, where we were having one of our biggest seminars that we do in the world in Sedona. And I just walked past this yellow mid-sized Mercedes. I'm like, well, that's a Mercedes. Let me take a picture in front of that. I took a picture. Someone took a picture of me because I asked them to do. And they sent me the picture. I just put that thing on the board and it just went on. Yellow. I wouldn't choose that car color myself at my age at the time. I might at this age, but not before. So the point is, next thing I knew, shortly, not too long after, I'm going through my pictures and I saw that picture and that same model, mid-size, not the big boy, same color, that Mercedes was in the parking lot where I was working. I was overwhelmed. I started crying because I just didn't, I didn't know this was going to work. I didn't know. And the same color. I mean, I took that picture of Sedona, and here's the car in the parking lot that I was approved for. And it was the only car I got approved. I couldn't get a regular car. I wouldn't get a Ford or Toyota or any type of a Chevrolet. They said you can't have none of this stuff, and you knew you weren't going to be able to qualify for this with your credit. So we need you and your little family to get out of here and go out that door there, not the main door. I was put out like some kind of a vagabond. And so I just had the boldness to say, look, you know what? I'm going to look in the newspaper and look under Mercedes-Benz's and see what happens if I go after what I really want. And I saw these cars. There was a white, black, and a yellow. And they told me at the dealership in a town called Concord, California. They said, sir, with your credit, you don't qualify for the black one or the white one, but you can qualify and get this yellow one. Well, I don't care what the color was. I don't care if it's polka dots or rainbow. I'm hauling myself in the Bay Area from Santa Rosa to Concord, California, and I got that car. I didn't care nothing about that color. So, and I drove back, and I didn't think nothing about it. And then I'm going through, they wanted to move from California to Las Vegas. So I'm cleaning out my desk, and there's this car, the same color and model. What in the world? Hey, let me tell you something. After that experience, you won't have to tell me twice about a vision board. So I've been doing them ever since and having parties ever since, vision board parties. We clipping and cutting and pasting and glue sticks and scissors. And then I've discovered there's people that do vision boards all the time, coach, and they don't manifest anything. So they're wondering why. We can help you with that. We can help you with now that you've got the vision board part done. Oh, go ahead. Excuse me.
Oh, what would you specifically say a person watching could do to adjust what they've been doing so that they can start bringing those vision board visions and dreams into fruition?
Okay, there's a couple of things we do a whole series in our private sessions and in our seminars. But one thing I can say right off the bat, let's say for an example that a person wants to manifest, let's say it's an income. Is that a good example, or should we use a car? What do you prefer?
Income is great.
Okay, let's go with that. So we're going to start with an income goal. So now, so a person puts that on their vision board in some form or another. What I would say that can make a major difference is have it be at least conceivable and fathomable, and where you can actually imagine and believe that it's a level of income that you can accomplish. So we can just take stair steps. So let's say a person really would like to make $1 million a month. We can even go to 100,000 a month. 100,000 a month is $1.2 million annual salary. Let's say that's your ultimate goal. Okay, but to go from where you maybe are right now today to that level, what happens is the subconscious is cutting off and not serving you the way you want to be served to manifest. And it can be very frustrating, vision board after vision board after vision board, because it's too far fetched. It's too big of a leap for most of us in our current backgrounds and our current orientations. So I would have that goal be scaled down a tad, and let's say, look, how about we start with, depending on where you know the kind of money you've made in the past, but let's start with 5,000 a month, maybe even a goal of 10,000 a month. 10,000 a month, that's a tenth of what you may desire. But once you hit that level, coach, a person can now scale that up and work incrementally, scaling up to $10,000 a month income and scaling it up times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I would scale it to have it be modified to fit the person's level of believability and adaptability. Does that help?
No, that's extremely powerful. And what it brings to mind is a concept that I've often used with folks in ministry and training and teaching on that side of the coin, where the person who receives the vision and the person who actually realizes the vision are two different people, because there
Yes.
is a journey, there is a
Wow.
process.
Exactly.
There's a process. So we may have a tremendous goal, a tremendous vision that we're aspiring to attain. But the person that we are today that's having that vision is not the person that will walk into the manifestation of that vision. There's some internal work that needs to be done inside of us. And
That's it.
in your world, from a psychological place and a mindset place, and then from my world, it's also mindset and then also spiritual. Individuals who have not been manifesting or bringing into fruition what's on their vision board, they have to be willing to change. They have to be willing to
Yeah.
stretch. They have to be teachable. They have to be pliable. They have to submit themselves to being coached and mentored so that they can evolve and become the person that can walk into that $100,000 a month income. If they're not making $1,000 a month right now in income, let's do some work to get you to 2,000. Let's do some more work.
That's
Let's
it.
get you to 5,000, just as you were saying. So understanding, you said a mouthful and it just triggered this thought. The person has to understand that they're the ones that need to change. The money is there. The cars are there. The homes are there. The lifestyle is there. Well, why is it not manifesting in my life? Because who you are can't walk into that arena. You have to be willing to change and evolve and grow. And you said it so powerfully. And I believe that is an incredible opportunity to get about 15 minutes with us to assist a person in doing some of those first steps prior to coming to the seminar, or prior to maybe even signing up for consistent coaching on a consistent basis. So that triggered that thought for me. That's powerful, Marcus. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you're absolutely right. I've seen people try to figure it out, and I say, look, you know what? Get some coaching. I mean, the greatest people in the world have a coach. There's no better basketball player than Michael Jordan, and he has a
Right.
coach. Tiger Woods is the best golfer ever in the history of the planet. He has a coach. And I could go down the list. Every phenomenal, great person has a coach. Who's your coach? Who is your life? Your life without a coach. I've got a great mentor. He's just off the charts. Most people that know me know who I'm talking about. And I don't even want to think about where I would be without a person like that. So I've had another mentor say to me, who's your coach? When I was living in Las Vegas and had one of the most greatest trainers in the world, documented, would say, who is your coach? Who are you listening to? So I would encourage, I've had people even leave the city, coach. Now I'm calling you coach. I've had people leave the city. They want to move to another area. I've got a family member who wants to go to another country and live in the jungle and be with the animals. I said, let me tell you something, family member. Wherever you go with you. Don't forget that. That'll be the last tip I'll leave right now. Wherever you go, wherever you want to move to, you go with you there. So the same mindset, even in the jungle or wherever you go, doesn't matter. Big city, little city, North Dakota, New York, doesn't matter. So I'd encourage, get a coach. Let's do this. Let's do it together. We love it. I love it. You can see, you can hear the excitement in their voices. That's all I would kind of leave everything with. September the 9th, though, we are going to bring some fire, thunder, rain, and lightning to Los Angeles. The way we do it. That's it. I'm standing by.
All right, Marcus. Well, we are out, folks. We look forward to seeing you next time. We look forward to getting that phone call from you and seeing you on September 9th. Have a good one.
Good day.